September has passed, and I've got a bunch of great macOS games to share with you. This month is a little bit different because I'm combining both new games for Mac released in August and September, simply because I forgot to upload the video last month. It was a hectic month. Alrighty, so number 10 we have Memorrha. The first game on our list here was released on the 28th of September. It is a new puzzle adventure by Sticky Stone Studio. It's quite similar to games like The Witness or the Talos Principle in terms of the puzzle designs and even graphical details. I found that Memorrha isn't nearly as challenging as those two games, and mostly deals with opening gates to progress further ahead. It's also quite relaxed, with a tranquil feel that can be attributed by the stylized graphics and calm audio. However, do keep in mind, right now there are some optimization issues with the macOS version. You may experience textures appearing and disappearing as you walk around. It's not terrible, but I thought I'd point it out. This is the only issue I faced, otherwise it plays fine for me at high settings with a smooth frame rate. Anyway, Memorrha is supported on most Macs back to 2012 and is available to buy from Steam. Number 9 is Knights and Bikes. Released on the 27th of August, Knights and Bikes is an action-adventure game for 1 or 2 players. It was developed by Foam Sword and published by Double Fine Presents. The game takes place on a fictional British island in the late 1980s and features 2 friends who are out on the search for mysteries and treasure. As you explore, players will need to solve puzzles and battle enemies using strange abilities, such as frisbees or water balloons. You can travel around the island on foot or by bike, and you can upgrade your bike as you progress through the story. And Knights and Bikes should be supported on all Macs back to 2011 and is available to buy from Steam. Number 8, we have Overland. Overland is a very challenging turn-based strategy game. Players have to deal with dangerous enemies and very limited resources and inventory space. So, every decision you make here must not be taken lightly. Overland is not about tactical combat. In fact, you don't want to engage in combat here. You want to avoid it as much as possible, because it's near impossible to defeat the enemy. In every map, you need to get in and get out quick. So grab supplies, gas, rescue survivors, etc. My only complaint is that the controls and user interface could be a lot better. Too many times I faced annoying misclicks, which caused unnecessary deaths. So hopefully Finji address this very soon. Anyway, the game is supported on all Macs back to 2012 and is available to buy from Steam now or the Mac App Store later in October, a part of Apple Arcade. Number 7 is Agent A. Originally released in 2015 on iOS, on the 30th of August 2019, Yak & Co brought their point-and-click adventure title to macOS. Playing on Mac will bring you higher frame rates, higher resolutions, and obviously mouse and keyboard support. You follow Agent A, a secret agent, tasked with the mission to catch and stop a dangerous enemy spy. Players will gather key items in hidden spots around the environments that will lead to unlocking new areas. Agent A has a radically different art style, but the gameplay can be compared to that of the Room games. Anyway, Agent A should be supported on Macs back to 2012 and is available on Steam or the Mac App Store.
Good evening, Agent A. Meet Ruby LaRouge, an enemy spy who is targeting our secret agents.
Number 6, we have Police Stories. Here we have a new top-down shooter brought to us by Mighty Morgan and Hype Train Digital on the 20th of September. The developers say that their aim with this game was to provide a fresh take on the genre, providing a bigger emphasis on tactics that force you to make split-second decisions. This gameplay element can make it quite difficult and stressful at times, especially when you have to save a hostage, but it's just so much fun. You can neutralize criminals, rescue civilians, and defuse bombs in both single-player modes or online co-op. Police Stories should run on pretty much any Mac out there and is available to download from Steam. Number 5 is Mutational. If you're after a new adventure game for your Mac, well, I have a wonderful gem here for you, which arrived on the 20th of September. It takes place on an island where 100 years ago, a huge meteor crashed down, exploding everything and leaving most of the inhabitants dead on this island. And for the ones who survived, they began to show some strange mutations. You play as a 15-year-old in the modern world who travels to this tropical island to take care of her dying grandfather. It presents themes of family, death, a coming-of-age story, and the beauty of the environment. Anyway, Mutational is supported on all Macs back to 2012 and is available to buy from Steam right now or later in October on the Mac App Store, a part of Apple Arcade. Number 4, we have Crying Suns. Crying Suns is a new tactical roguelite by Alt-Shift and Humble Bundle. It brings you a rich cinematic story, space exploration, tactical fights, and a dark and disturbing tone. Across 6 chapters, players will need to take command of a battleship and must attempt to defeat enemies and bosses and save humankind. It's a paid game, but you can purchase a free demo on the game's Steam page. Crying Suns should be supported on most Macs back to 2011 or 2012. Number 3 is Children of Morta. Children of Morta is a wonderful action RPG game. The cool thing about this one is that you don't play as a single character here. Instead, you can change to a different hero between the dungeon runs. Each character has a unique skill set. It's up to you to choose the right hero for the right moment. There are many different approaches that you can take to battles, and that is one of the things that I love most about this title. It's always engaging and offers a good challenge that is worth undertaking. Children of Morta should run on most Macs out there and is available to buy on Steam. Number 2, we have the Bard's Tale 4 Director's Cut. This RPG game is one of the most high-end titles to come to Mac this year. It uses Unreal Engine 4 and is powered by the Metal 2 API. It looks nice and, based on my experience, is very well optimized for high-end Macs with dedicated graphics. The Director's Cut brings more character customization options, new items, new enemies, revised UI, and a free expansion dungeon. The reception of this game though is cut right in the middle. Some hate it and some love it. Overall, it doesn't seem to have the same polish as the original 2 games. You can buy the game from Steam, and I would say that only play this game on 15-inch MacBook Pros and iMacs from 2014 and up with a 2GB or better graphics card.
You can't touch me!
Number 1, we have Untitled Goose Game. This is one of the weirdest and funniest games that I've played for a while. I'm sure many of you are already aware of it, as it's been all over the internet the past week or so. But if you don't know and you can't already tell, well, you play as a silly goose who is running around ruining everyone's day, and it's absolutely classic. I guess you could categorize it as a slapstick stealth sandbox adventure game if you wanted to. Now it does provide you with small objectives that you can complete on your travels, and as you complete these objectives you will unlock more environments and then you can pester more people. It is extremely well made and it looks really pretty, but it's super silly and fun and just, it shouldn't be taken too seriously. It's just a really weird game. Untitled Goose Game is made by House & House and published by Panic. That is very fitting names. And it is available to buy right now on the Epic Games Store. It will be available on Steam sometime in 2020 and the Mac App Store in 2020. Anyways, I'd say most Macs back to 2012 can play this gem just fine. So, what games are you currently playing on your Mac right now? Is it one from this episode? Let me know in the comments. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications to be alerted about upcoming videos about Mac games. Anyway, thanks for watching.